I really wish I had some kind of project I could be making right now. There's really nothing to do.
How about doing something that's been done a billion times already?
But what could I possibly do?
Just copy this thing I found in storage. Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, okay, that'll work. So before I show any programming, I want to explain my plan for how this system will actually look and how it'll work. So in the video right now, you should see a quick video of me drawing up a mock design, which does look a lot like a Game Boy Advance, I will admit. It will probably change in the future, but the general idea will stay the same. The next part of this system is how it's going to work. The system will be split into two main parts, the game and the actual system itself. The system will have all the code related to rendering, audio, taking inputs, all that jazz. And the game will contain everything, like the assets, the code, basically everything that's in the game itself will be on the cartridge. The system can then, there'll be a little bit of code in the middle bit, which will allow the system and the cartridge to interact with each other so they can communicate and work, which will then let the system actually run the game. Now, don't get me wrong, very dumbed down. I do plan on making a very simple version on my computer before I actually get into the physical hardware of making the console, which I will show some footage of later because I have started working on that. But for now, this diagram is kind of what will work. As promised, here's the code I had working for my PC version. Currently it doesn't even load game files, it just opens a window and changes, and allows me to change color. First giant hurdle I hit was just my compiler not wanting to work at all, which I did eventually fix after around 20 minutes, which you might be able to see briefly when Hello World appears on screen. Then of course SDL didn't want to work either, which is the framework, the library I should say, that I'm using for the PC build for all the rendering and audio. It was a pretty easy fix. I just changed it from static linking rather than dynamic linking, which did eventually work and let me make a window appear, as you can see in the video. That also took like 20 minutes of just troubleshooting. Afterwards I just started splitting up the project into separate modules, so when I port to the hardware, I just have to replace the part for like the Windows operating system with whatever system I implement on the handheld, making it hopefully really easy, but knowing my history, probably not. After I had everything split up, I took a quick break, and after I returned, of course, I forgot to resume my recording. Until like 30 minutes later, when I had implemented the ability to clear the screen into different colors, which you might have seen the blips of color in the sped up video behind. After I completed that, I just started working on what I'm calling the System API, which will just be an API that allows the cartridge code to use functions declared within the system. It's pretty basic, but it did take me around 15 minutes just to get it set up and then implement the clear function I mentioned earlier actually into the API. I just now realized I never actually showed the video outside the time-lapse, so I'll just show this screenshot here real quick. Next time I do plan to get some basic programs loading, along with a couple of simple drawing programs implemented. That way I can actually start making some programs for this, and then once I've got programs going, I can start focusing less on the computer version and more so on the physical version. I would also like to say thank you for watching this far into the video. I've actually tried to put effort into this one because this project I'm really hopeful for. But yeah, thank you for watching and please subscribe.